Okay, I'm going to give you the rundown. It is 8:13 a.m. on Friday, February 11th, 2022. All I'm going to say is, Jesus fucking Christ. I have barely been asleep today. Barely. And every hour to maybe like every half an hour, I got woken up out of the dream because of how messed up the dream got, that it didn't make sense to me in the dream how this possibly could even be a message. I mean, it was absurd. Absurd. Like, I feel absurd for even needing to tell you about these dreams today because they were just so far off from human decency for anybody to behave like that, that even in the dreams I couldn't make sense what the fuck I was looking at. I became lucid in the dream and started looking at all the people and places, and maybe one out of a billion were human and the rest were fake. It was absurd. The parts of it that I felt like were messages to you guys to share with you and to myself. There was a locked door in a family unit house, and I was looking for a set of cards that somebody had stolen. And I was trying to find them, and I was going through all these different rooms, and through every room that I went through, I found something else that was stolen from me. And then I got so irritated in the dream because one of the doors was closed, and I'm like, let me in. What the fuck? And then a younger brother unit, somebody who looked like a younger brother. And mind you, this isn't my family, but I'm being shown these messages as a family unit. So I'm constantly in a different family in these dreams. The younger brother of in that dream was taking cards from me, stealing cards, like playing cards, tarot cards, greeting cards, just stealing cards. There was a big white door, and I couldn't get past it. And I knew behind that door is the room, the bedroom that I was supposed to be in, that had 3 separate doors in it. I pushed and I pushed and I pushed on this door, and it couldn't open until I stood there for a minute, and I looked at the father figure, and I'm like, open this fucking door. And he's like, you don't want to go in there. And I'm like, open this door now. And I woke up and I sat down in bed, and I'm like, no, go back to sleep. And I went back to sleep, and I was standing by the door again. He opened the door. I went in. There was a wooden cabinet with a sliding drawer shelf. There was a bunch of cards there. The back of the cards looked like the sun sending out solar flare after solar flare after solar flare, and it was a photograph, but it was in black and white, as if somebody was looking back at what happened at the destruction of something. I took the cards and I flipped the card over, and all the cards were the same image of a man, a headless man, wearing a gray jacket that had 6 pockets, 3 on either side of the buttons. Big pockets, big pockets. And he had a 1800 style pistol, and on the card it said Locket of the Soul, SOL. And I kept looking at it, trying to figure out what the fuck it is. And I turned the card around again, and the sun that was flaring out was flaring right at the earth. And then the images in my dream just kept getting more black and white and more black and white and more black and white. And I always dream in color. And then I woke up again. I went back to sleep, and I was in the same room again. I went down to the next door, and I smacked the door open, and I'm like, which one of you has the cards? Because there was a bunch of teeny bopper teenage girls in that room that were playing superhero, and they each had a different weapon. Like weird futuristic guns. I can't even begin to explain what the fuck they did. And there were about 6 or 7 of them. And they were standing there like, don't come any closer. I'm like, you're in my room. Why are you telling me not to come any closer? And they all picked up their weapons and started like to fire, but before they could fire at me, the weapons exploded in their own faces. I don't even know. I don't even know. Like I can't even begin to tell you how gross it looked, how like violent it felt to see it happen. I I woke up laughing again at the entire thing because I just wanted to get some sleep and go over to my parents' house today. And this entire night, I was wandering through some giant fucking house, room to room, trying to figure out where something that was stolen was put, but I couldn't remember what was stolen. And the only legible thing I could read in this dream was the word locket. Locket, or Lockit of the soul. SOL. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what's going on with the solar flares right now or any of that stuff. What I do know is I want to smack a hoe because I'm irritated. I cannot believe people have the audacity to steal from each other. Oh my God. Are they sick in the head? Ugh, I'm gonna go. I need coffee. Please be careful with the people around you, you guys. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it. If a place doesn't feel right to go, don't go. But make certain that you're accurate on your emotional and mental interpretations of people you have problems with. Because let me tell you, and I can guarantee this, there are people working against families to break them up. Okay? These dreams I have nothing to do with my biological family, but I see them being depicted in the dreams quite often so that I can be comprehending that it's a message regarding family units. And this dream felt so truthful to me in a sense that I knew I was being shown a message from God that had nothing to do with my family, but it's using my family as an example to show me what's happening to everybody's family. And it's being done by people who are behind the scenes because the people I saw that were screwing things up were in black and white. The people I saw who were being screwed were in color. And what else? Just use your discernment, you guys. Use your discernment. There's so much bullshittery going on with people. I can't even explain it. Please use your discernment. If you have problems with anybody, talk to them or sort it out. Don't assume that they're making bad decisions on your behalf, okay? There are people doing that, but I don't think they are who we think they are. I don't know. I don't know. I want my coffee cup. I'm gonna go and meditate and shake this off of me. Ugh. Stealing fucking cards in a dream. Oh my God.